I'm Travis Stovall, and I'm the founder and president of eRep Incorporated. Essentially, what brought me to Oregon and essentially Gresham, first and foremost, it was the movie Sleepless in Seattle. Most people laugh when I tell them that, but truthfully it was. I was watching Sleepless in Seattle, and it was Tom Hanks's floating house, well, his character's floating house in the movie. And I thought, there are places like that in America? I got to go see this floating house thing. And before I got to the Northwest, I actually saw the movie Free Willy. Yes, the two most important calling cards for the Pacific Northwest were Sleepless in Seattle and Free Willy. And there were shots of Friday Harbor. And so I asked some folks, where's this Friday Harbor? They said somewhere up near Seattle. And so I had the opportunity when I was in college to actually spend a year in Seattle. Fell in love with the Northwest. I got to go to the San Juans, and now I actually live in a floating house. And so full circle, the power of positive thinking. How I got to Oregon originally was Adventist Health. So I worked for Portland Adventist Medical Center. They actually recruited me out of college, and I landed in Gresham because I was a windsurfer and a snow skier. And here in the East Side, you are in close proximity to world-class opportunities in both of those areas. So I found my way up to Mount Hood and over to Hood River, and just loved those two areas as far as windsurfing and snow skiing. And then when I found Gresham, I thought, this is home. This is home. I love the feel of Gresham. I love its proximity to so many incredible things, and then the people. It was just a different feel here in the East Side, specifically in Gresham, that I just enjoyed. I enjoyed my time spent here initially, and decided this is where I want to live. So I've lived here now lived in Gresham proper for 16 years, but I've lived out here on the outer East Side ever since I moved here. So about 22 years, and absolutely love the city of Gresham, love the East Side. My involvement in the city of Gresham started many years ago, and actually it started when the vice president I was working for at Adventist Health encouraged me. He says, Travis, part of what we look at in our organization is ensuring that our leaders are giving back to community, being involved in community. And at the time, I was just starting to work on the Gresham Station facility for Adventist Health. And his recommendation to me, first and foremost, he says, Travis, get involved with the Chamber of Commerce. He had been involved with the Chamber. He had actually been the president of the board 2 times, as a matter of fact. And his advice to me was, get involved with the Chamber. That's a great place to start to really get a broad-based perspective of what's going on in the city. So I joined the Chamber and eventually was asked to join the board. And then I was actually the Chamber president of the board for a year, as that's our term. And when I did that, I started seeing tremendous opportunities to serve in other areas, nonprofits within our city. I could see the civic engagement, the civic opportunities there. I started to look at opportunities within the city itself as far as committees, subcommittees, and task force, and really wanted to be part of the positive change that our city needed to experience. And so really started to get involved in a broad-based number of things and opportunities to really give back to the city. First and foremost, because of the encouragement of Monte Canetto, the vice president at Adventist Health I was working for at the time. But then also when I began to see the impact that we can have as community members to give back and to be engaged and involved and positively impact our city, it just got more and more encouraging to be an essential part of what's going on in our city, which has now led me, as many folks know, has now led me to become the mayor of Gresham, which is a tremendous honor. It's an absolute honor to serve our incredible community members and really start to, again, extend that opportunity to have positive change within the city of Gresham. I think a lot of folks see Gresham as a suburb of our sister city to the west, Portland, but Gresham really has a uniqueness to it that really allows us I think a tremendous opportunity as a city, as a municipality. Our rich diversity is something that we embrace and celebrate. And that opportunity there is unlike, I think, anything across the entire region. What we have, there's a phrase called tabula rasa, and that's blank slate. And that concept of that tabula rasa and blank slate is some of what we have and some of the opportunities that exist here as we look to lift our community and raise the community wealth. And I think for a long time there has been a lack of true investment, both internally in our city, but then externally also. As we look at the region, as we look at the state, we've not always had the same levels of investment that other areas have seen. And that's what's so exciting about our incredible city that we live in here in Gresham, is the opportunities are abound on what we can do. We've got a lot of small to medium-sized businesses that have started here and grown, and those opportunities exist today. And so I really want to encourage folks to lean into those opportunities, because many times entrepreneurship, business ownership are ways that we can actually add to our community wealth. We have opportunities in the arts. We've been talking about a Center for the Arts in downtown Gresham. How do we start to really leverage philanthropy in our city to ensure that we're moving that forward? And so I think you see the theme. The theme is really about the tremendous opportunity that exists here. We have a great foundation. We've got a lot of great thought leaders here in our city, in our town. We've got so much by way of what I've referenced earlier. We've got small to medium-sized businesses. Many of those are retail and food outlets that you get to go to and experience the different types of versions of food, all of those types of things. And then we've got a great foundation of just job opportunities and career opportunities, everything from Microchip to Onsemi to Boeing to Subaru. All these opportunities sit right here in our community. And I'll end with a company called Imperial Brown. They are one of the largest walk-in cooler manufacturers in the world, and they also have patents on triple seal doors. I say this because they have 4 factories all across the country now, and they were started right here in Gresham, and they're still headquartered right here in Gresham. And they started in the little 2-car garage that's right across the street from City Hall. And now they employ hundreds of folks here, and much more than that around the entire United States. And so you talk about opportunity. Gresham is a tremendous place to what do they say, live, work, and play, raise your family, grab education, and get job training, for a bright future. Gresham is amazing. And I say that because ultimately we've got an incredible intersection of people, place, and belonging. I think where we got the incredible people, it's a warm and inviting community, and again, the incredible diversity we have, it's a sense of place. We sit at the mouth of the gorge, at the base of Mount Hood. It is a beautiful, beautiful place to live and enjoy, and then belong. We really want to embrace who we are. We enjoy the fact that as you walk through historic downtown Gresham, you're constantly bumping into people and there's this sense of belonging, the sense of inclusion, and the opportunity that exists here in Gresham is tremendous. I'm Travis Stovall, and I'm the founder and president of eRep Incorporated. And eRep is an organization, a company that actually helps companies find the right people. It's kind of like LinkedIn meets eHarmony. It's this incredible match and opportunity for organizations to put right people in right seats, utilizing a psychometric assessment. Psychometrics, it is just the combination of psychology and math to quantify the human psychology. So we just put numbers to who we are. And companies and organizations have a tremendous opportunity to hire, coach, teach, and train the perfect people for their organizations. We also have the opportunity to work with individuals and help them better leverage who they are. And much of that starts with just understanding and having self-awareness. And that's what the Core Values Index Assessment, the psychometric assessment that we utilize, the Core Values Assessment, or CVI, that's what it does. It helps us understand who we truly are at the core. And we don't change. We actually just have tremendous opportunity to leverage that core concept of who we are.